Hello and welcome back.
Hey everyone, welcome back
I
to
lost
Please Try Again.
all my souls. Last
All of them,
episode.
all of them.
Frickin' angry about that.
His hair is turning red,
Gray?
red.
Okay.
Redheads don't have souls.
Okay. Alright.
Bad take, bad take.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But you were actually just about to tell me about a movie that's coming out. I
I
found interesting.
was, I was. So, for all you Disney lovers out there, there's a new movie coming out called Encanto,
It's a
which
Disney
is
movie? You didn't tell me it was a
it's
Disney movie?
it is a Disney movie.
Dude, that changes
It
the whole
is
flavor of this. This is like sorry,
It's
continue.
huge. It's huge. Can you think of a Disney movie that has come out in the past 10 years that hasn't been in relation to Marvel or Star Wars? I can't. I can't. And I think this movie is in the right direction for Disney. I think they're taking it in a good positive direction. I think that it's going to be, it's going to be great for the majority of the United States. It's adding a lot more diversity to its movie roster, which is something that has been a big complaint in the past. And yeah, no. So let's get into the actual movie itself instead of me complaining about what Disney hasn't done in the past 10 years. Um, so Disney is coming out with this new movie called Encanto, which is based in Colombia. So it's about a family called the Madrigals, who in an enchanted town in the mountains of Colombia.
Yep.
So every child but one in their magical household has been granted a unique ability, such as like strength or healing powers. So I think I believe that it's about a little girl who is obviously the one that was born without the powers, and her her journey to finding what her true like power is. And it's gonna be interesting to see what that really is.
Well, that should be
And
pretty
has a
neat,
really
actually. Yeah.
really 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 good cast. And I could kind of figure out, and I might be wrong, of like what the message is going to be at the hold on, I'm trying to at at the end of the movie. Like, you don't have to be super special to be something like amazing. Or you can be super special in your own way. You don't have to be super powerful or something along those lines. You can just, yeah, just pretty much that. But like the cast itself is just I don't know, it's phenomenal, and it's a very diverse cast. You have the king himself, Lin Manuel Miranda. So if those of you who don't know who that is, he's basically the face of Hamilton on Broadway. For all you Brooklyn, am I wrong?
I died.
Hello?
I died.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I don't see your screen, homie.
That's even worse. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, dude.
But yeah, if we
Sorry.
keep going into the cast, we have Brooklyn Nine Nine's Stephanie Beatrice in it. We have Diane Guerrero, who's in Doom Patrol. So that show is currently on HBO Max. It's a yes, it's a DC based TV show about like these misfits who live in this house, and they're just kind of like dealing with all this supernatural, and it's really cool. I actually like them more than Teen Titans. Um, which Titans is also a really good show, but that's not what we're talking about here. To continue with the cast, you have Wilmer Valderrama, who, for those of you who don't know, he was really big in, I guess, the late 90s to the early 2000s. He was Fez in That 70s Show.
Oh man, great actor. Great
Yeah, really
actor. Oh
good.
man. I
I'm
think he was
trying to
also in a
see.
few other cop shows, right?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Like, he had his own talk show for a while too. I think he just kind of fell off for a little bit. I'm glad he's coming back. into voice acting. I think he's really funny. And then John Leguizamo is in it. He's been in a couple of things, more
A
I guess
couple
more
of
independent
things.
stuff.
It's like
Yeah, he's in
super
everything.
famous. Damn it! Damn it!
Yeah,
Damn it! Damn
super
it!
big.
No,
And
don't
then
kill me! Don't kill me! No! Why is there so many fucking enemies here? Stop killing me!
and then
No!
the one name that I'm really excited about that that he's just an actor that I really love. He's a really big voice actor. He's in a lot of like movies and stuff. He was in A Knight's Tale. He was in there's a new show about an alien that lives in a small town that's really funny. I can't think of the name of it right now. Alan Tudyk, Tudyk. Um, really
That sounds
funny. Yeah,
familiar.
Tudyk. You'll recognize him. He's like this redheaded white guy who well, let me actually look at what he's been in because I know he's been in just about everything. So, Resident Alien is a show that I highly recommend that he's in. He's hilarious. He plays the alien. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, A Knight's Tale,
Wait, Tucker and Dale versus
Firefly,
Evil sounds pretty familiar.
Moana, iRobot. He's in Doom Patrol, um, as well.
Oh wait, no, I think I know who that is.
Uh,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
he's the
yeah.
pirate in Dodgeball.
Yes.
He's hilarious, man.
He was,
He's really good.
I think he actually had his own show. It was on Adult Swim. I might be wrong. It was like he was like this like renegade cowboy, and I forgot.
Maybe.
I forgot what
It sounds
was.
about right. He was in Rogue One as well. He was the I think a robot, the robot character.
Yeah.
Serenity, Death at a Funeral. I'm trying to look for a cowboy. He was in Zootopia. You name it. Big Hero 6. Like
Oh,
Ralph breaks the internet.
I was confusing him between someone else, but yeah, he has a pretty huge career.
His career is huge,
I don't know about
and like
his
he's
on
never
screen
like
though.
really the main character. But he's always kind of like that really good support character on the side.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so yeah, no, the cast looks really good, and I'm definitely going to be going to go see it, obviously, and yeah, I think it comes out the 25th of November, 2021. So if you guys need something new to see with your family this Thanksgiving, I highly recommend Encanto.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna go check it out too because I've been like building up like a list of movies to go watch. So my brother, if you're listening to this, he's a huge like movie buff. So we'll like there's points and times where we're watching movies. We'll literally pause it just to analyze it. It's to some people it's not fun. I don't know. I find it to be very like kind of important. Like if you're doing like if you're watching a movie, in my personal perspective, if you're watching a movie and you've watched the movie a million times over and you want to just talk to someone about it, do it. Like, because I think there's like certain perspectives that everyone misses. I hate these little frog-looking dudes. They're like they have this like death powder that they just spit at you. And it just sucks because you can't get away with it.
Yeah, no bueno, and they just keep coming. What the heck?
No, okay.
What?
No, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Please don't die. Oh.
That's the plan.
Don't die. 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 I'm gonna catch you guys later.
Don't die on me.
Oh man, please, please, for the love of God, go away. Just go away. Man, dead end, and now I'm covered in death curse powder. And I'm dead. Oh, fucking God. You know, like I thought I can actually give this game a chance for a second, and you know, it's not the big dudes that are annoying anymore. You know, like it's just not. I'm gonna, you know, what I'm gonna do right now, because I'm pretty sure it's closer there. I'm gonna go to this place, and I'm gonna start from there because I have a feeling I'm gonna be much closer to the entryway of that shithole that we were just going to.
Sounds nice.
But going back to like movies, like I I really recommend doing that with someone. Like if it's not someone special, it's like just you know even like with a close like neighbor, just like ask to like analyze the movies. I think it's great
Oh, yeah.
because it's just like there's so much talking points. There's so much other stuff that people can talk about. Yeah, there it is. That's what I'm going towards. You know, like and it's fun because it's just like you get to hear what your friends are thinking about the movie. You know, you get to share perspectives with your friends and stuff like that. So I don't know. I find it fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, what's on your list of movies that you want to see?
So right now, aside like I've been looking at a lot of like Netflix stuff to watch over, but actually, this one's actually rather old, and I wanted to watch over it quickly. It's a Tom Hardy movie. Actually, it's two Tom Hardy movies. Al Capone. I think it's just called Capone.
Okay, yeah.
That and The Warrior. I think it was like when he became a UFC fighter.
Oh, dude, yes, that one. That one's fun. That one's a good one. The story's actually really good. I'm not gonna give it away. But no, it's really good. It's actually based on a true story. So yeah, you're gonna like that one a lot. So he made that movie right after. It was either right after or right before he was Bane in Batman, and it was like right after he played the world's strongest man or whatever. I can't remember his name. Let me actually look that up. That's a
Like
good movie
World's
too.
Strongest Man or World's Craziest Man, because he also did a movie called Bronson, and that was he was
Yeah,
like
that's that. That's
he was like
Bronson.
an
Yeah.
insane person.
Yeah, yeah, that was actually the movie, and I think that was right before he was the warrior, um,
Wouldn't be
in the
surprised because I'm pretty
warrior.
sure like Tom Hardy. If you're listening to this, I'm not. Dude, if we ever get to a point where Tom Hardy's listening to our videos, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna cry like a girl. Because, sorry, not cry like a girl. I know that's a huge movement right now. I'm just saying, like, cry like a baby. That's what I'm gonna say.
There we go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Babies are more susceptible to crying. Humans as a whole are susceptible to crying. But anyway, uh, I'll, you know, like, I'll just cry. But at the same time, like I'm not bashing on you by any means. But if you know, like I think this is actually during a time when he was actually going on to steroids. I think there was like either a rumor or he went
Yeah,
on
no,
steroids.
he admitted it, that
Did
he
he
was on
really?
Smarties. Yeah, so somebody asked him in an interview like how he got as big as he was as to be Bane, and he just straight up said, "Oh, you know, the Smarties." So I think I'm not sure what Smarties are, but I'm assuming that they are, you know, performance enhancing, um, you know, drugs, in that sense. But it makes sense because if you look at his transformation, from before he was Bronson, you know, he was a pretty thin guy, especially if you were to look at like him in Black Hawk Down, or he was a really thin person, like a really
He
thin
was in
guy,
Black Hawk
and
Down.
his yeah, dude, there's a
Oh,
lot of people in that.
he was in a lot of military movies. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Black Hawk Down. I think he was in Saving Private Ryan as well, or it might have just been Saving Private Ryan. I just imagine him in Black Hawk Down. But Orlando Bloom was in Black Hawk Down.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
Yeah, like
He did.
there's a bunch of movies that I like I said like I just like want to watch. There's um what's coming out in theaters like right now? Like no, sorry, not right now. Like in the next like few months, because I know like Christmas time they usually just
Yeah,
fucking
they push him
firestorm them
out.
out.
To be honest, I'm not even 100% sure. Like I'm definitely more of a series person than I am a movie person these days. But like also it seems like all the movies seem to be going to streaming services anyway. So like they're going to HBO Max to where we can watch it, or they're going to Disney Plus to where I can watch it.
Yeah.
Um, Netflix, it's like nothing. It's not the same as it was prior to COVID-19, where you would have to go to the movie theaters and then wait like 6 months for the movie to come out to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Like, I think now it's just like, I don't know. Like, the last movie I watched in theaters was Mortal Kombat. And
oh, you watched that in
I
theaters,
watched that
or
in theaters. And it was a great watch. I really liked it.
it's fun. It's a gore fest.
Well, because that's just
That's the game. That's the game. Um, what did you think of Mortal Kombat?
I thought it was great. Do I think it has a lot more potential? By the way, I know for a fact no one noticed Reptile in that movie.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody really recognized him, just because everyone's used to seeing him in ninja form. But I'm super pumped about Johnny Cage being in the next one.
It's rumored. It's rumored.
They literally showed a picture of him.
God. Every goddamn time I've lost, like, oh my god. Fuck you.
I'm fairly certain that he's going to be in the second one. Mostly because there were so many people complaining about the fact that he wasn't in the first one. But it made sense why he wasn't, because he's just such a big personality of a character that it would take away from the other characters in the world building that they needed to build for the first one.
Fucking Christ, dude.
How many souls did you lose? Or should I just not ask questions?
Too fucking many, dude.
I'll stop talking.
No. Please don't.
But yeah, I was honestly very surprised by like the limited cast in Mortal Kombat. I think that was probably the biggest thing that
I wish they actually just added a lot more like characters, like even from the game. Like there's like for instance Ermac, like not a huge fan of Ermac myself, or like Kenshi also, like another
right.
great person to add. They had so much potential just with the first one to add so many like other characters that they can actually like
just Easter eggs for them to come later down in the series. Just like
they had a lot of Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw Katana's like fan. I saw what's the Aztec god guy? Like he was on there.
There was like, I think it was like Shao Kahn, and then there was Kodo Khan. There's him.
Kodo Khan. Yeah, I think that was him. Yeah, I know there was more, but no. It'll be interesting to see. And then I want to know how closely to the storyline of the games that they're going to be, because like for those of you that haven't played and don't plan to play the Mortal Kombat games, like Scorpion ends up coming good in the game, and it makes me wonder if that eventually they'll go down that path. And
I always thought he was bad.
I mean, like, to be fair, he was bad because he wanted revenge on Sub-Zero.
And like the thing is, I get it. Like, you lose your entire family, and the only real result out of that would be kind of murder everyone that's there.
Totally that would be a good plan.
Totally fine. Totally get it. I would do the same.
Yeah, and I liked how they went the route of Sub-Zero being very evil. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they go the route of the game and like have like a second Sub-Zero come in and he's good, and seeing like the interactions from there and like the story building. But I don't know. I think the games kind of went so many different directions with it that it might make it very hard for a movie to be able to take hold of like all those storylines. But if it was a series, like an ongoing series, I can see it happen.
Like I don't know. I feel like what was it? How many movies did they get? 7.
They got 7 movies. Dang. Or do they have currently? Or have they signed on for?
I think they signed on for that many.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they signed on for 7.
Like, but
And to be 100% fair, I'm not sure how I feel about the new character that they created for it. It seemed like it was just like a rip off of Black Panther and his power.
just like ultimately just power, like not powerful, like can absorb.
Yeah, and then
Like this.
deflect it and like be able to control that energy and send it right back to him. Like, um,
Okay, I'll do it.
yeah. But I understand why they created the character. Like, they needed to be able to have a character to where they can tell the story from a new viewpoint.
Yes, and
So
that's
so it
actually what I
made
like too.
sense. So it made total sense. But at the same time, I think they could have done a better job with creating the character, and making it a little bit original, I guess would be the word.
Yeah, I actually thought this kid was going to be Baraka. You know,
Oh yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Um, but Baraka, I think like he's an entire race of his own. Was Baraka? Yeah, Baraka was in the movie, wasn't he? Or that might have been one of the older movies?
no, I think that might
Um,
have been the older movies. I don't think he showed up in this one. He's the one with the teeth and the blades.
yeah. He's OP. He was OP in the games.
No, but the thing is, like, there was an army of him. What made him particular, like, the special one? You know, like, what
Oh,
was?
he was a general. So he was like a general of those armies. So he was like the best of the best of that grouping, and that's where that one girl with the nasty teeth and size, she's half human, half Moroccan, I guess. I don't know what the
Oh,
name of the race is.
well, no, she was also Shao Kahn's daughter.
Right, right, but not really by blood. It was by
Oh, well,
like mutation. Yeah, it was. She was a test tube baby.
oh my.
But yeah, no, there's a couple of different characters that I would like to see in the future ones that I think would make sense. Um, there was a character who's, I would say, is pretty bad in the games. Like, it didn't really get a lot of love. A striker, like, he would make a lot of sense for like the
Yeah,
series,
he was
just
just a cop,
because.
right?
Yeah, he was a cop that could really just like kick ass, basically. And like I can't remember which game it was, but there was a couple of games where he was kind of badass and he was really good to use. But like, he's a really good one. Jax makes sense. Like, I understand why he's there. Like, he's a core. He's an original
Yeah.
OG.
Like, anyone can identify, like, its Mortal Kombat between two aspects: a yellow ninja
Mhm.
and a dude with metal arms. Like, it's just
Exactly.
like super identifiable.
And Goro made a lot of sense. They could have probably given him um, some better screen time, but
I actually kind of agree with that. Yeah, that that would make like a lot of sense to say. I wish they actually introduced all of them. Like, it's like, you know how it was like in Goro and it was like Kintaro, I think.
right, yeah.
It was like the Tiger Goro.
Yeah, and Rain, that was another one. So he's actually a prince, and he's supposed to be manipulated by, I think it's Shao Kahn. Like, I think Shao Kahn is controlling like his parents or something like that. So he's basically indentured to him. He's basically their slave, basically.
Right. Right.
So like having him in the series would make a lot of sense. There's actually a cool story about Rain. They made him to honor Prince, Purple Rain.
But is that true?
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. There's actually a couple characters that they like dedicate to certain people. So,
Oh man, I actually kind of
I
can't
think
believe
that's
that,
kind of
but
a cool
I
story.
kind of believe that at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and like there's a bunch of gag characters that they ended up creating throughout the Mortal Kombat um,
Universe.
realm, yeah, the universe itself, just as like gag characters or secret characters that you can unlock. So, like I think in the movies they could possibly, bring those types of characters in just kind of like as like Easter eggs to be basically cannon fodder.
Yeah,
Not so much Rain, but like some of the extra characters that I think like the fans of the game would, I think, really enjoy as a whole. Just being able to see like, oh my god, Meaty is in it or whatever the character's name. So there's okay,
oh, it
so
was like Meat. Yeah, I remember.
yeah,
Meat
Meat
was
like
like such a
basically.
weird character.
Yeah, so basically he was just like a running around. He was a corpse basically, and he would
He had a
fight.
hammer arm,
Um,
dude. He wasn't just a corpse.
oh yeah, so I mean he was a monster. Um, Yeah, like secret characters and stuff. Like, you just use them as Easter eggs. They don't have to be a part of the core story.
Yeah, like I
Um,
actually kind of agree with that. Like Striker, I think Striker ended up being like a core like character because he ended up like it was a bigger like aspect. I think it was like he like lost his buddy. Was that his
yeah,
story? He lost his friend that was also a cop while he was fighting Baraka. Baraka's
right.
whatever. But like he would be essential because like you would even see him like probably even on a rooftop. That would be a great like segue for him to like be visible, I guess.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he ends up being like a big part of like the force later down the line.
Yeah,
And like, does he have to have like all the fight scenes? No, but I feel like he's going to be a relatable character to the human side of the movies.
yeah. Like I think that's like also same thing with Nightwolf. Nightwolf should have been a big character, like in that movie too. Like and it wasn't. It should have been. It should have been also him fighting certain people. So
Yeah,
like
no, absolutely. And I hope they introduce him into the next movie as well. I know that they had an Easter egg of him in the movie at the very beginning, but I don't know if they hinted at him already being dead or just
yeah,
as
but
somebody that's in the universe.
like does anyone really die in Mortal Kombat?
That's true. Like everybody can come back. Like Liu Kang's brother, he spoiler alert, he comes back like 3 times within the series. So um
Wait, Liu Kang.
Liu Kang's brother, so the dude with the hat, Kung Lao.
Is that his brother, or is that like a fellow monk?
It might be just the fellow monk that he calls his brother, but I consider them brothers. Like
No. Okay, one of them's down. So if you didn't know, this is a boss, and from what I saw on like other YouTubers, like there's multiple layers to this guy. I think he like has another version of himself that comes out.
oh, that's not good.
So
Oh,
not
that was a
doing
hard
too well.
hit. Is that him? Yep,
No,
that's
no,
him.
no. The dude with the red eyes actually apparently is helping me.
Uh,
It's man,
that's a hard one.
dude. I think I'm gonna stop here.
All right, yeah, no worries.
I've died too many times
Oh,
in this episode. I lost way too many souls. I don't. I'm a little stressed.
yeah, no worries. No worries.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break here. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to stick around, watch more videos, subscribe. If you guys have any comments, we're talking about Mortal Kombat, but we're talking about other movies. Like if there's other movies that you guys like want to talk about, please comment it down. Like the video, and like I said before, like stick around. We're gonna be here for a little while.
Adios.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.